that tradition, that history, you can't, you'll never get it back.
Remember this, listen to the night, listen to the woods, and never forget this moment.
Well, you want the real history? So we came here at the summer of '83, and there wasn't very many kids here. So it was only 30, 40 kids a session, but it enabled me and Skip and I to do all the activities with the kids. Getting muddy, getting flour poured on our head, digging in trenches and chased by other counselors and things. And so we bonded pretty quick.
My name is Chris Palmer. And my name is Lynn Palmer. We are identical twins out of a set of triplets. And our dad was the chairman of the board and founder of Palmer Electric. And we were sponsors of Camp Wewa all the way from way back when we were young. And he's older than I am.
I started coming to Camp Wewa when I was 10 years old, and I was out here for 10 years. I grew up out here. Most special place in the world to me, and I was really looking forward to the day that my kids could come out to Camp Wewa.
My parents grew up here, and I actually never got to come here when I was supposed to. Now that I'm here, it still seems a lot of fun.
Yes, it's our first time here. We were supposed to come in 2020. When we get the chance, we will get to come here.
I mean, the place opened as a Boy Scout camp in 21 and became a Y camp in the 50s. My oldest brother went here in 1960. My sister, who's here, was here in 63. I started in 73, and my niece started in 87. And she was here for 7 or 8 years. She's here too, and she brought her son who's never been here.
There's decades of individuals and memories that have passed down over the decades. Wewa does a tradition. When Chrissy and I were campers and staff, there's two different ways. If it was a female camper, the male counselors would sing happy birthday. And if it was a male camper, the female counselors would sing happy birthday, holding onto their feet and their hands. You're not doing it.
She's 40 today, so we've stayed friends since then.
Happy birthday to you.
Be sure you wish my mom a happy 40th birthday.
46, 47, 48, 49.
But it's changed a lot. The roundhouse is gone. We didn't have a pool. All the swimming was done in the lake behind the chapel, but still the same feel. You know, that camaraderie, the feeling of family and belonging.
First, I started out as a camper. I was in Pawnee for 2 summers and then moved to Seminole. Then I became a CIT, a staff aide, and finally a junior counselor. I'm a teacher today, and I think a lot of what I learned at Wewa has really helped me build relationships with my students. And the team building activities that I learned here at camp, I still use in my classroom 30 years later today. So it made me who I am.
I loved camp. I was always a part of camp. And when I got the opportunity to become the business manager here, I was able to strengthen the skills that I learned in college. I was able to gain communication, work really well with both parents, kids, and staff. And it's allowed me to grow so much as a person in the professional world. So camp, even on a professional level, is incredibly valuable.
I started coming here in 1973. And I was a camper for 3 or 4 years, and then I was a counselor for at least 3 years, and then I was the program director. And then I kept coming back to visit and stuff, and have for years. But I always tell people everything I ever learned, I learned at camp.
So yeah, it was a really interesting. Brought something out of me that I didn't know I had, but it was nice working with the people and taking down the information. Campers coming in
with their
and their parents with all the medicines and everything.
I was the head camp nurse. I would train the new hire nurses and do the schedule, set up the whole clinic for the whole summer. And then I actually stayed here overnight for the summer, and then Finn would come and help me and stay overnight too and help with the kids.
Before social networks really were a thing, the original social network that we were involved in was Camp Wewa and the friendships that we made there. And I would say when the word got out that Camp Wewa was in danger of being sold, and not enjoyed by future generations. It spread like wildfire, and the support was that came in was tremendous. And I've just been so happy that we were able to affect change to save this place.
Just, it's one of those things it just was meant to be. We had to put out a survey to the residents of Apopka. Hey, is Camp Wewa important to you? So we put that out on a Friday at 4 p.m. and we had to retrieve the results Monday morning at 8 a.m. In that short amount of time, off of our city website, which is not that well trafficked, it's just a normal city website, we had 152,000 people that viewed that. We had like 5,000 shares. We had 30 countries that responded to this thing. Unbelievable how many people, that remember Camp Wewa, that it really meant something to them, that wanted to make sure that we figured out a way to purchase things. So, okay, we got to make this thing happen.
I spent most of my high school year looking forward to coming to Camp Wewa. The time that we got to spend with the campers and just being around them and the time together, it was very bonding, and we really enjoyed it. We'd spend the whole year looking forward to getting back to Camp Wewa. It's shaped all of our lives.
I really do believe camp does foster a lot of long lifetime friends. Case in point, Amanda here, we've known each other for 25 years or so. So yeah, camp's really ingrained in me. I have a significant amount of time out here. But I do think camp fosters some real life situations and is great for your moral and growth.
I am looking forward to camp if it's open to go and try it because I've never been to a camp before.
Actually, the fondest memory I have is a story of Indian Joe. One summer, when they met in the roundhouse and they had a big fire in the middle and they told different stories, one of the stories was about Indian Joe. And they would say, never leave the cabin at night because Indian Joe lives in the woods and he hunts at night.
Said, you boys better behave because Indian Joe lives out there in the woods and he'll get you if you don't behave. It was great. Met a bunch of people, bunch of nice guys that we still have relationships together today. So yeah, it was a great experience, and I recommend it for every young man.
I was out here for one summer, for my week. They had a tall diving board here at our swimming pool, but because of, obviously insurance reasons, the diving board is gone. But I'll never forget, it was like an 8-meter diving board, and I was so scared, but I said, you know what? I've got to do this. I've got to get on that diving board. I've got to jump into the pool. And I did it one time, but I had to do it. So, yeah.
I didn't want to go home, but I had to because it was the summer that this one was born. And being the only daughter in a family of boys, I had to go home and help mom.
So you get to have memories that last a lifetime. Camp Wewa's impact was so great on me as I ended up working with kids. I ended up becoming a teacher. Camp director Kevin Casey saw that in me growing up. That I was good with kids, and I'm good at teaching things and breaking down things into simple steps and meeting people where they're at and help them become the people that they're going to become.
From dancing to archery, people from Apopka have fond memories of Camp Wewa, including Mayor Bryan Nelson. But now, this special camp, around for over 70 years, is in jeopardy.
We want to save it. We want to maintain it. Absolutely.
And negotiations with the City of Apopka continue. The city does not want it to become a development.
We want to keep it from developers. We want to, turn it into another city park because the amenities here you just can't find anywhere else.
Obviously, this wasn't something we planned on, when we started talking budgets last May, June. But, you only get one chance to get it and one chance to lose it.
I got involved with the project here at Camp Wewa because Wewa is a very special place for me. I spent the ages of 10 to 16 out here every summer, and I have a lot of happy childhood memories. So when they said they were going to sell the camp, my heart broke into a million pieces, and I just wanted to do what I could to help save it.
Former campers and staff members and people that this place means something to all kind of bonded together in the public outcry, and the fact that Apopka was able to buy it and save it and now reopen tonight on this beautiful night
But just every story's just got is the backstory, which really makes it kind of memorable. It was kind of an interesting thing when we're talking to Lowe's about this project. Is they said, do you understand that Lowe's was started in 1921. Camp Wewa was started in 1921. And I'm like, oh yeah, exactly. It's like it was meant to be. So he calls me back. He said, you know what? We haven't done either a store-wide project or a district-wide project since COVID. He said, we're going to make Camp Wewa our district project. We have 100 people 3 days in a row out here. They supplied the paint, the lights, the fans, the air conditioners. I mean, stunning. I mean, I just came out here like, oh my gosh.
It's so important to save Camp Wewa because camp represents so much more than just a fun place to send kids over the summer. Camp helps kids and staff to build invaluable skills, leadership skills, communication skills, team building skills, and all of these things are so important in life.
I think good campers and having a good camp experience here helps people kind of see the importance of involving themselves in their own communities.
Wewa left a good impact on me by it gave me a lot of new friends. It gave me a lot of new ways to think about problems, especially with the LIT and CIT program. Taught me how to be a leader. And most of my friend groups, I'm kind of up there just because I know how to work with different types of people.
I was telling family and friends that have never been here how much Camp Wewa shaped me and made me the woman I am today. It's just such a special place. It is my home away from home, and I was devastated when I thought we were going to lose it. And I'm just so happy for the City of Apopka and Camp Wewa and all the children that'll get to come back and corporate events and all those types of things. Camp Wewa is an amazingly special place.
There's a boy and a girl in a little canoe with the moon shining all around. They dipped their paddles to and fro, and they didn't even make a sound. When they talked and they talked till the lights grew dim, he said, you better kiss me or get out and swim. So what do you do in a little canoe with the moon shining all around? Get out and swim.